Coffee time in the morning, featuring altitude headaches. It has to be the altitude. I mean, we're up above 2,000 feet here, and I have a headache. Couldn't be anything else.
So I think last night was actually the first time I've eaten dinner, in camp outside the tent in this entire trip. I normally eat from inside my sleeping bag, but it was just so nice with all the lightning bugs going off everywhere. Sometime last night, the wind picked up, and it looks like we may have a storm today, so woohoo! Super frizz. See, this is why she was going to be stinky frizz last year. So we are about 55 miles from Harper's Ferry, which is like-ish the midway point of the AT. I think it's actually a little past that. That's going to be our next major town stop. We're probably going to do an overnight there, try and do laundry, everything like that. Other than that, it looks like the weather is coming in. We are likely to have rain again today. That's a change from what the forecast said yesterday, so who knows what it'll say by this afternoon. I have to say, as far as the shelter tent sites that I've seen, I kind of like this one because the sites are all well away from the shelter and they're isolated. I see a lot of these signs warning about Noro, but they don't really offer any help. There's no soap or anything, and most people are just carrying hand sanitizer. So here we are, all packed up, ready to go, just waiting on taters.
Or watch or read about people walking.
Hey, Florida Trail style bridge, woohoo! This needs sandpaper and an inconsistent gap though. Okay, now Taters is happy. We found berries.
Right berries on the trail.
Okay, personally, I would point out that some very nice people brought us actual ripe, juicy, sweet berries yesterday that came from
good too, but,
Ralph's.
Fresh off the bush, it was pretty special.
There we go. There's that sweet, sweet boardwalk footage. So one of the reasons why I really wanted to make it out of Shenandoah yesterday is it is apparently a free park day, and Shenandoah is a park. So from what we heard from others, it's going to be just crazy traffic-wise up there. And so instead, we're down here walking next to a road, listening to traffic. Woohoo! Okay, seriously guys, the Florida Trail, I got neck deep in water. These are badly needed in Florida. It's like seeing tons of food when there's starving children in China. Lush, partially overgrown, 1,000 feet of gain, and really, really humid.
What's the matter?
Normally I really like these. I want Mexican food. All my bar-based food is like, ugh. Oh, I want Mexican. So we are starting to see the very occasional mosquito. I haven't had much problem with bites. Now my gear is treated with permethrin, but exposed skin, just one or two here or there. I'm used to, Sierra's about now is just getting to where they're everywhere. I remember last year I was hiking into Jackmain, which is northern-ish Sierra, and I was talking with Plinko, and literally we were descending down off this hillside and hit what felt like a wall of mosquitoes. We were gasping and desperately trying to pull on our wind layers and everything. Good times. Okay, not to suggest I'm counting down every mile, hill, etc. till Mexican food, but I'm pretty much counting down every little thing till Mexican food. So those that have asked about the cicadas and the Brood X thing, we haven't seen them out here. We've actually been in an area that didn't have them per any of the sighting maps or anything. But now we're starting to hear them, and we've just found a bunch of dead ones on the ground. I have heard that a bit further north, they were all over the place. I was kind of hoping to see when they were at their height, but oh well. Just have to wait another 17 years. It's great that he's getting out after that whole election thing.
It is. Well, yeah, I can drive by and throw shit out the window as you're walking by.
So this was a very special stop because for once we had a non-emergency meeting with Dennis the Trail Angel Extraordinaire. He actually lives up in this area. So this is where he was going to meet us, and then he came down again because some random person, you got something on your face. I'm not pointing at you, I'm just saying somebody burned somebody with some detergent and it was super painful and Dennis had to come help. But anyway, we were able to buy him lunch, we got a quick resupply, We saw that cool base camp set up in Port Royal. So we are set. We've got beans, we got hiker wine, we got candy. Oh yeah. Yay, it's a road walk. So Front Royal was an awesome trail stop because they have this little like freebie hiker area. And not only is it located right next to an outfitter so you can get fuel and everything, but it's literally located between a coffee shop, bakery, and a brewery that gives buy one, get one free beers for hikers. What more could you ask for? The answer is you could ask for Taters to let me go in the brewery and get my 2-for-1 beer instead of having to just shower, drink one coffee, and run out the door. Also, as you can see, the sun is back out, so it looks like we ended up doing our resupply during that whole rainstorm. So woohoo! Now we're only at mile 11 and a half, so we're gonna be hiking for a while, but that's okay. Right, Taters?
Yeah.
You look too happy. So it's 8:30 and we're still hiking because we have to get to the next water source, but hopefully you can see the fireflies, lightning bugs are out in force again. So they're just kind of lighting up all over. Jen had a couple of them flying and landing on her leg too. These are so cool. I wish we had these out in California. Okay, so unfortunately there has been pretty much zilch as far as campsites. So we're next to another shelter, just trying to find someplace to set up a tent where we're not going to disturb everybody. Because I mean, we come in late and we get up early, so we're not the best fit for the shelter crowd that's rolling in and eating at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, well, welcome to camp. This kind of sucks. We are on a old road. I mean, somebody's obviously camped here before, but I still don't really prefer these sites. Unfortunately, there's already people at the shelter, and tent sites are a little hard to find down there, so looks like this is our best bet. Worst case, you know, if this is a ranger access road or something, they'll probably stop before they hit us. Probably. Maybe. Home sweet home for the night, unless we get run over. Ish. Seriously, it is just randomly raining here, and I object so hard. Whoa. Well, and Blondie, like, tips things over randomly, because that's what she does most of the time, and lets all the moths in. But I have wine, so it's okay. Don't worry, folks. Okay, once again, we have Tater's alcoholism going on. And then also, what the hell? The rain was supposed to be over. Also, we think we might be hearing Bigfoot over there. We don't know. So if this is found footage that you're watching on a murder podcast, hi, my name is Maskus, and I'm doing a hike from Key West, Canada. That's the Taters in the morning. Needs more coffee. Welcome to the morning privy hobble before my feet have warmed up enough. So we basically set up just in time last night. I think we weren't even through our first hiker wine before the downpour started. Oh, one of the things with my calves is that they end up really tight during a hike. So in the morning, I try and do this stretch, which I hate, and it hurts. Then the thing that somebody showed me when I was having an Achilles issue last year was basically using the hiking pole, to roll out my calf. And that was the probably number one thing that helped get me through that whole episode into Hatchapee last year.
Oh my God.
Now is obviously the perfect time to discuss what we're doing today.
No, Matt.
So today,
I'm in that
we are still in Virginia. We are almost done with Virginia. We are doing the Virginia roller coaster. Blondie is taking proper care of her teeth. That is the plan. So it looks like the Cicada line starts just north of Shenandoah, because I can find about 30 dead ones on the ground, and the privy this morning was just covered with husks. Even found a little like babyish looking one in the tent today. See, this is where on-trail jealousy starts hitting. Could you see her back there? No hiker hobble. She's just walking along, all fine, no pain whatsoever. Oh, I'm smiling. Supposedly no more rain today, but high of 87, so this is going to be a warm day on the roller coaster. Just ran into a good chunk of the hikers I saw at the last town headed the wrong way, and I'm like, wait, am I going the wrong way? But no, it is the vile pandemic that is slackbacking. So the things you can see flying back and forth across the trail, those are the Brood-X cicadas. On the plus side, I mean, it's loud, but I have tinnitus, so it kind of wipes it out. with these guys screaming all the time.
Super cool moment. This is Sky Meadows State Park. Just came into an open field and there's tons of cicadas everywhere flying back and forth across the trail. Probably can't actually see them, but they're all over and they're doing their screechy thing.
You really get spoiled doing a trail like the AT where, you know, you have hardworking trail angels just going to town all over the place. On the Condor Trail, I actually had to carry clippers because it was easier to cut my way through than it was to crawl on the ground under the tick-infected brush while wearing my pack and everything. Memories.
Check out this guy. Now this is what needs to go in the video. So far, the bugs have been the highlight of today. Cicadas, moths, and this extremely cool caterpillar. And the little millipede guy.
Okay, here we go. Hills galore. Yet another day on the AT. It just varies over time and you can't really predict what the trail's like. But we just ran into two nice ladies who are Virginia locals who seem to hate hiking in Virginia for whatever reason, who were carrying trail magic with them. So we got sodas and Gatorade. And apparently there are coolers hidden up ahead that have champagne. Since, you know, just about at the 1,000-mile mark for this little AT segment thing. Trail magic with a free tick and champagne. Okay, 1,000 miles in to this one. I'm still just a little bit short of 3,000. I think maybe 30 miles or so. And here, of course, is the great controversial 1,000-mile tree that somebody painted a cool little emblem on, and then they came out and removed it. But I hate to break it to everybody, it looks like somebody has defaced trees for the last 1,000 miles or so.
Woohoo! 1,000 miles on the AT, almost 3,000 miles total. How does it feel, masochist?
Tiring. Do I get a burger yet? Ah, lovely. And once again, Tater's alcoholism. Midday, and she's not even trying to hide it. You see how this works.
Hey, you know, I gotta celebrate my 230 miles in.
It's okay. I hiked 3,000 miles to get here, and then she stole my champagne.
I'm just helping. I wouldn't want you to have a hard time hiking later this afternoon.
A burger would help. Okay, for the record, I still really like hiker wine, and so does she. You should have seen how much she drank over the last 2 days. But Taters really, really like champagne. That was like one of the treats we'd get back when we were back in wherever we lived, Southern California.
I know,
when we had an apartment. Yeah, that was way far away. So she likes that. Also, she said she was really sad because she never got any tits as trail magic. I did in Oregon. These two ladies run up, and one of them's like, "Here, I have protein bars for you." So I got like a bar. Then the other lady was really concerned for a second, and she's like, "I don't have anything." And then she like goes, and like runs off. So Taters, no.
Probably you should also not go in the video.
Your catchphrase! So I'm basically seeing that the next 10 weeks or so is going to have me getting like more and more outrageous and obscene just to trigger her saying, "Matthew, don't put that on the video!" Because everybody loves it. So somebody paints a nice little decal, then somebody comes and paints over it, and now somebody has drawn a second crappier decal.
Most of the time on this trail, I really like people. Wait. Okay, wait, cut. I tell you, it's starting to go down my throat. Stop. God damn it. Most of the time on this trail, people are really nice and I like them. But every once in a while you see something like this that makes you just really not like people. Please don't do this.
That's some good commenting right there. Even with your near choking due to a Jolly Rancher.
Really, people, don't do this. No one likes it.
Oh, she had something to say that's supposed to go on YouTube. What is it?
Why do things always get messed up?
That's the question everybody is asking themselves right now. Anything? No?
No, that was
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Scumbag. That is the word that I couldn't remember when a camera was pointed at me a minute ago. People who ride on trees are scumbags, along with people who play their car stereos at campgrounds and people who write gut hook comments on every single water source just so they can see their own name. Don't do it, people.
Okay, so fairly rough day as they go. Lots of up and down. This is the Virginia roller coaster after all. The heat's just been sapping it out of me all day. And I've got some chafing issues going on despite my best attempts at medicating. So I will be quite happy when we get to the next water source and hopefully find a place to camp. We've already done about 19-20 miles.